data from NASA this morning shows some communities in the South Bay shifting toward the ocean. Radar from JPL reveals the land slipping toward the ocean by as much as 4 inches per week.
Overnight, the California coastline lifted several feet, not from an earthquake, not from erosion, but from something pushing upward beneath the Pacific satellites caught the shift first.
Rare kind of earthquake that could shake California harder than anything we've seen before.
Then seismographs began to fail. In a single night, entire stretches of seabed rose like something alive was stirring below. Experts are calling it impossible. Yet deep beneath the ocean floor, sensors keep detecting rhythmic pulses as if the Earth itself is breathing. Whatever is beneath California, it just woke up. The coastline awakes, a seismic surge at Portuguese Bend. At around 2:17 a.m., the people living near Portuguese Bend, a quiet stretch of Southern California's coast, woke to an unsettling sound. Their windows rattled softly as a low, humming vibration filled the air. It was not the sharp, jolting crack of an earthquake. It was slower, steadier, and strangely rhythmic, like a deep engine thrumming beneath the sea. Some thought it was a passing ship. Others felt it under their feet, as if the ground itself was breathing. By sunrise, something remarkable had happened. The tide was gone.
They're calling it an isolated incident and say it connected to the Portuguese Bend landslide complex that's about 4 miles southeast, where homes there have taken serious damage.
The Pacific Ocean had pulled back several meters, leaving behind a strange, steaming landscape that no one had seen before. Jagged rocks, black with moisture, jutted out where water once was. Now, the air carried a strong scent of salt and sulfur. Fishermen who came to check the shore found marine fossils embedded in freshly lifted soil. They were standing on land that had not seen the surface in ages. Satellite data soon confirmed what witnesses were reporting. Overnight, parts of the coastline had risen by as much as 28 inches. Hillsides that once sloped gently toward the sea now hung sharply over newly exposed rock. The uplift was not small or local. It stretched for miles along the coast. It was as if something had pushed upward from beneath the seafloor, lifting an entire section of California's edge. What puzzled scientists most was the signal recorded that night. Local seismographs picked up a long, harmonic tremor lasting 47 minutes. Unlike normal earthquakes, which shake violently and then fade, this movement had been smooth and continuous. There were no sharp spikes on the graphs, only waves that suggested a slow, powerful rise rather than a sideways shift. As one expert put it, it was like the Earth was swelling, not shaking. Ground positioning sensors, the kind used to measure soil movement, started showing impossible numbers. Some units along the cliffs reported sudden elevation gains before going completely offline. At first, researchers thought it was a glitch. Then, satellite photos proved otherwise. NASA's Sentinel-1 radar captured a circular bulge off the coast, clear proof that the ground was lifting from below in a strange, even pattern. The Portuguese Bend had always been known for its slow-moving landslides, the kind that crept a few inches a year. But never before had it surged upward overnight.
140 homes losing power over the weekend. That sent homeowners scrambling to try and install generators or find a new place to stay.
We have lost everything, and we are not rich.
The event defied every known geological pattern. And as experts debated the cause, one fact grew harder to ignore. The coast was no longer sinking into the sea, but rising from it. To understand how this could happen, scientists had to look beneath the surface, into a layer long known for its unstable and unpredictable nature. The bentonite clay's dark secret. Experts began their research by examining deep beneath the cliffs of Portuguese Bend, where a secret layer has always been both fascinating and feared. It is a type of soil known as bentonite clay, formed long ago from volcanic ash that had settled and hardened under pressure. To most people, it looks like any other gray earth, but geologists know better. When wet, bentonite becomes slick and unstable. It acts like grease beneath the land, allowing whole sections of hillside to slowly slide toward the sea. For decades, it has been blamed for the region's creeping landslides. Yet no one realized how much power it truly held. Experts now believe that this same layer, which has been silent for years, may have turned into a ticking time bomb. Beneath the surface, water has been seeping into the clay, rainwater, runoff, and perhaps even leaks from hidden aquifers deep below. The bentonite absorbed it like a sponge, trapping it within its structure. As the moisture built up, the pressure inside the layer began to rise. Normally, the land above would simply shift a little, releasing the stress. But this time, the pressure kept growing until the clay began to expand instead of sliding. This led to what scientists later called the hydraulic jack hypothesis. Imagine pushing up on the floor from below with an invisible piston of water.